Hello to Wallaton. It's time for another edition of Kitchen Science, where we will combine two of my favorite things, my kitchen and science. All right, today we are going to make things explode. Yeah, I'm super excited. We have a classic kitchen science experiment, perhaps the most classic kitchen science experiment. So those of you who have been around science for a while will probably recognize this one, but hopefully there's some of you out there who have never seen a glitter volcano. That is what we are going to do today. All right. To create your own glitter volcano, you will just need a few things that you probably have around the house. You will need a glass or a vase. This would actually look really cool in like a 2-liter bottle or, a vase that's like wide at the bottom and skinny at the top. This is as close as I can get with what I have at hand. You need some sort of pan that will contain what will be sure to be a ginormous mess. Trust me, don't forget the pan. You need a measuring cup, although the amounts aren't really all that critical. You need baking soda and a tablespoon measure. You need food dye. You need a little bit of dish soap. You need glitter, although, not everybody is a children's librarian, so not everybody has glitter laying around. If you do not have glitter, but you want to get a sparkle effect, it's still cool without the sparkle effect. But if you want to get a sparkle effect, you can rip up little pieces of tinfoil and use that instead. Okay, last but not least, this is probably the most important ingredient. Well, this and the baking soda, vinegar. All right, so let's get started. Okay, the first thing that we will do is take our glass and we will measure out 2 tablespoons of baking soda. So again, as I said before, the measurements are not super precise. It's not baking here. We're just doing a little science. Apparently the science doesn't require precision in the same way that making a cake does. So there you have about 2 tablespoons of baking soda. To that, you're going to add a little squirt of dishwashing liquid. You're going to add, 6 to 7 drops of food coloring. I just have regular old liquid food coloring, but, the gel stuff will work too. And then, I had a teaspoon somewhere. Let me grab it. It's back here. Then I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of my bag of glitter. Again, you can do this with tinfoil, or if you have spangles or something like that, you could use that. Okay, so that's what I got in my glass right now. I've got dish soap, food coloring, glitter, and baking soda. Okay, we're just about to make the magic. All right, it's time for the fun bits. Are you ready? Okay, so we have our little magical glittery concoction here. And here I have about a half a cup of vinegar. Now, let's think for a second. Vinegar is an acid, and baking soda is a base. Sometimes things happen when acids and bases interact. Do you think something's going to happen? See if you can make a guess. Make a hypothesis. A guess based on things that you've seen in the world. A guess based on evidence. Okay, you have your hypothesis? Okay, here we go. We're going to add a little vinegar to this crazy concoction. Whoa, look at that! It's exploding! And, a half a cup of vinegar, I figured it might not be quite enough to get all the baking soda. So you can just keep adding vinegar, to be honest, and you can keep making the reaction happen. Look at my blue sparkle volcano. Pretty sweet, right? All right, let's talk about some science. All right, it's time for some science. It's time for some science. It's time for some science today. Okay, science. Here we go. Base and acid. Okay, so as I said, the vinegar is an acid and the baking soda is a base. And when you put bases and acids together, sometimes you get a chemical reaction. And in this case, we got a chemical reaction that created carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide is what creates the bubbles in if you've had soda or, seltzer water or something like that. So it's creating all these bubbles, and these air bubbles are expanding everything and carrying up the glitter and carrying up all the suds from the dishwashing soap. So other ways that you might try to play with this, if you like this experiment and you want to take it a little further, would be, like I said, maybe don't use glitter. Try tinfoil. Try bigger things. Try not using dish soap and see what happens. See if you like it better without the food coloring. You can change any of the ingredients, and that would be called changing a variable in this, and see if it changes the reaction. Try adding some salt. Try adding some sugar. What's going to happen if you do that? I don't know. You got to try it. That's what science is all about. It's all about experimenting, making hypothesis, experimenting again, and then changing your hypothesis and coming up with some solid science. All right. I hope you enjoyed our glitter volcano, and I will see you for some more kitchen science in a few weeks. So long.